because the arrested person is the friend of the honorable or of the Minister of Police.
Hello there, guys, and welcome to the daily updates. You know, I've said it before that had it not been the events of the 6th of July 2025 by General Mchunu, perhaps in the next 5 years we would not be calling this thing a country. We would have a situation where we are heading towards Zimbabwe, where there are elites who are rich, but the rest of the people of this country are more poorer than they've ever been before. Today at the Madlanga Commission, there's a new witness by the name of Captain Wanda from the PKTT, and he speaks about the events at the house of KT Molefe when they were arresting him in Sandhurst. And he says that when they were busy at the house of Molefe, the Hawks came, led by Captain Kruger. When they arrived, it got to a heated moment because the Hawks wanted to know what are the PKTT doing and whether they are legit or not, and they wanted documentation. They wanted the search warrant which was provided, and after that they wanted more documentation on the operation, of which the PKTT refused to provide. That is when it led to a heated moment. But if you go deeper into this story, the question that people should have is that who alerted the Hawks on this operation by the PKTT? Because what we hear is that when the Hawks came, there was a call that went to Lieutenant General Godfrey Libeya, who in turn made sure that he communicates with his team to go and verify what is going on at the house of Molefe. But I just want you to listen to this short clip from SABC of Godfrey Libeya, who was explaining on the matter of General Mchunu, because at some point General Mchunu said that it was Molefe who called Godfrey Libeya to say that they are executing an arrest at my place and they are arresting me. So in turn, that is when the Hawks arrived at the house of Molefe. So the allegations by General Mchunu linking Libeya and Molefe had to had a right of reply, and that was done through SABC, where Libeya made an appearance to really clarify on what really transpired. Please have a listen.
That is when I received a call from somebody else. That at some stage we might mention the name, but at this stage I will not mention the name. This individual said that there are people at a house of somebody else who is his friend, and these people claim that they are members of the Hawks and they have been sent by me to go to that particular address.
So basically what we are hearing from Libeya is that he got a call from someone which he cannot name. I don't want you to have a headache and go around searching who could that be. Remember the reports about a certain politician that was found at the house of Molefe. Once you remember that, go along the route and find your answer there, because we don't want to be sued by these people. So basically what Libeya is saying to us is that there is a certain individual that cannot be named who called him to say there is an arrest at the house of Molefe. So with this arrest, he wanted the Hawks to come and stop the operation. That is when they sent Captain Kruger, who went to that house with another captain. Well, when they arrived, it almost turned into an altercation because the members of the PKTT were wondering, what are you guys doing here? And on the other hand, those guys from the Hawks were also saying, what are you trying to do? But the next part of information that we are about to share, it gives light to why the Hawks decided to go to that place. So basically, when Captain Wanda continued with his testimony, he said that when they continued with their operation, there was a man wearing civilian clothes who came to him and gave him a phone. And on that phone, there was a gentleman called Brigadier Mua. This gentleman was at the SAPS Awards together with General Mboto and also Lieutenant General Godfrey Libeya. So what Mokwena says is that he got an instruction from Mboto, who got that instruction from Libeya to say that you must intervene on the issue of the operation at the house of Molefe. So what Mokwena did was to give instruction to Captain Kruger to say, you have to go and make sure that you check what is going on. Their main issue was that they have to go there and find out who are these people that are making an operation at the house of Molefe, an operation and also an arrest. Remember, these people got a call from an unnamed man who said, come and intervene. So the intervention had to go through some ranks from Libeya to Mboto and also go into Mokoena. Mokoena, who in turn instructed Captain Kruger to say, go and make sure that you check what is transpiring there. The interesting fact about this is that they knew beforehand that there would be an operation at the house of Molefe. So why would then, if they knew hours before it happened that there would be an operation, and intern then instruct people to go there and check what is going on? You knew already that there would be a team that would be doing an operation and probably an arrest at the house of Molefe. After knowing that, you get a call, but you want to insist that you want to make sure that the people who are doing the operation are the correct individuals. That was proved through the WhatsApp messages between the team of the Hawks to say that there was a communication in regards to this matter, but they went on to go and check what is transpiring, which really shows us that this is something that was communicated. But that is not really the interesting part about this whole issue. The most interesting part is that there is a gentleman called Lehasa Mokoena who has been arrested together with Molefe there. And according to the information of Captain Wanda, he says that it might be the bodyguard or the driver of Molefe. So he says that at some point when he went back into the house after speaking to Captain Kruger, he found this gentleman sitting there with the PKTT members. And this gentleman, Lehasa Moloi, called Captain Wanda to the side to speak to him. And he said to him, you know, I see that you are arresting us, but do you know that Molefe is a friend of the minister? And when Wanda inquired which minister, he said that the police minister, whose name is Senzo Mchunu.
That's correct.
You speak about what happened after your call with Brigadier Mua and the members of the Hawks left. Can you tell us what happened when you went back into the scene?
After that interaction, Commissioner, with the members of the Hawks, then I walked back towards the house. Before I enter the back entrance, Mr. Lehasa Moloi was just seated there, but guarded by combat members. And he asked me an excuse, of which I attended to him. That's where he started to interacting with me. He has the service of the water and the service of the cigarette. I then called the eldest son of Mr. KT Molefe to come and assist, of which he organized water and the cigarette, and it was served by Mr. It was served by the eldest son of Mr. Molefe. And then when he was done, before I left him, he asked me a question that, Captain, what is going to happen now? Because the arrested person is the friend of the honorable or of the Minister of Police. And then I asked him, who's that? Or he said, because he's a friend of the minister. I said, who is that minister? He said, the Minister of Police. I said, Honorable Senzo Mchunu. And then he said, yes.
Now it becomes very interesting. While the operation is busy, while the Hawk is getting involved, there is a link between Mr. Molefe and the police minister, Mr. Senzo Mchunu. And I must take you back. There was a point where Senzo Mchunu was asked about the relationship with people like Matlala, with people like Mohotsi, with people like Molefe, and he denied it. He said, I have no link, I have no friendship or any sort with this so-called cartel. If you remember the word cartel, you must go back to that Tembisa issue that was brought by the SIU when they spoke about the Maumela cartel. And in that cartel, they had a lot of people. That's where the name of the cartels comes from. And I think also on the side, you have Molefe, who's being grouped as part of a cartel. Now, there is a name of Molefe that is being mentioned together with the Minister of Police, and at some point he denied that relationship, but we don't have to go anywhere to check for that confirmation from the Minister. Just have a listen.
It's something that I'm still quite baffled about, that I'm associated with drug cartels. Now, I'm saying in this room, there's no drug cartel that I'm linked to. There's none. And I've never acted in support, directly or indirectly, of any drug cartel.
The last part of this video is when Brigadier Mua, who was on the stand testifying, was given a chance to say that, give us the real story of what transpired. What he gave us was very shocking, and if a person had any integrity left, he would immediately resign on the spot. But the man says, I am not going to take any accountability until Kruger comes. And if Kruger can come and say that some part of information I was lying, then I will apologize and take accountability. But what accountability? The man refuses to even think about resigning, because to them, it is about defending each other.
Do you confirm that you were added to the group shortly after 1632, as reflected in the screenshot on page 7?
I do confirm, Commissioner.
Okay. And then do you confirm that you sent the motor vehicle information into that group?
Correct, Worship, I can see it on the
Okay.
picture.
And do you confirm that you also sent the message that says also X5, black X5?
I can confirm, Commissioner, I see it on the picture.
Okay. So I'm going to put the proposition again to you later, but can I also take you to page 11 of BK3? This is later on in the chats at 1752. Actually at 1746 on the top. Do you see the top messages?
Correct, Commissioner.
There's a message from Captain Percy Sinjane, and then there is a Brig Clanky. Captain Berry, thanks a lot. You can withdraw, bro. Is that a message that you sent in the group?
I can see it, Commissioner.
Do you confirm that you sent that message in that WhatsApp group?
According to the photo, it shows like that, Commissioner.
And the next message that says, all the members with Captain Berry, thanks.
Correct, Commissioner.
Okay. So do you want to, Commissioner Kamalo will take it over from here.
Thank you, Commissioner. Back to the question of Commissioner Kumar.
Just pause there for a moment, Brigadier. That was my concern, that if you look at the timeline, at 1640 to 1650, so on page 9, from 1644 to 1652, by then there's communication within the group that this is a lawful SAPS operation. It's the counterintelligence task team involved. They are appointed by General Kumalo. He is in charge. This is before Captain Kruger arrives at the scene, because he only gets there at 5 o'clock, according to his evidence. Yet it takes another hour for you to instruct the members to withdraw. I just cannot understand why, when it became clear at 1644 that this is a legitimate police operation, telephone calls were not made to Lieutenant General Kumalo to inquire from him whether the people at the address in Sandhurst are executing a lawful police operation. I don't understand why, after that information, the Hawks people still needed to go to the address and remain at the address for at least another hour. I just don't get that. Do you want to comment?
No, I hear you, Commissioner. I won't have much comment concerning this, as I was just receiving feedback From the 2 members that I sent there. So when it comes to the issue of confirming that is the General Khumalo, on my statement, I have indicated that Captain Kruger did indicate to me that it's a legitimate police operation. I speak with Captain Wanda, and then that's where I paused my statement. The information of General Khumalo, I'm just picking it up now via the group WhatsApp.
But you were part of the WhatsApp communication. You have just confirmed. Initially, you said you did not participate in the group.
It has to be somehow, somewhere, as I indicated, to say I was having a direct communication with Captain Kruger to say, on the WhatsApp group, Commissioner, to be honest, I was concentrating on the first-hand information that I was getting via a call from Captain Kruger. So, yes, via when we go through the WhatsApp chat, I'm added on the WhatsApp chat, and somewhere there's 2 messages or 3 messages where it seems coming from me, and then totally I can confirm that I was not monitoring the group chat on that particular day. I was on the live call to Captain Kruger.
I don't follow that, Brigadier. I want to take you back to your earlier statement that you did not participate in the group chats. Now, Advocate or Ms. Mchunu has taken you through the chats and has shown you a few chats in which you actually participated. You yourself sent a good few chats within the group. Can you explain yourself as to why you said you never participated in the group?
Commissioner, to avoid going forward with this explanation, as I recall, I said I don't recall participating on the group chat. And that at this point in time, I'm still not at liberty to say this. For now, I don't have that confirmation. I just see that it's there and it's coming from.
What are you seeking to establish by the last thing you've just said? Are you going back on your word, which you gave in response to Ms. Mchunu, which was to accept that you had actually sent these chats?
Correct.
Are you going back on that? Are you changing your testimony in this regard?
Correct, Worship. I will still stick to the first word that I said, that I never participated on the chat group. Then the current question now that is coming here is the WhatsApp group that are here. Where they, not certain that we're coming from me. I'm still vying the issue of copy and paste messages.
I know this video might be a bit lengthy, and I apologize for that. But what I wanted to give is that we are living in a country that, unfortunately, cartels are working together with the police and also with the politicians. On the other side, you have judiciary. I'm currently reading a book about the life of Babita Deokaran, and shocking is an understatement when you refer to the issue of Babita. She died because the cartels wanted to move money. Now, we have a minister who's put on special leave. According to Begikele, he says this same minister wanted to be a president of the ANC, which in turn might be the president of this country. And he was working with people like Matlala to be able to get funding so that when he becomes the president, he can be able to give money to these people through tenders. The same tenders that I keep saying that, what are we still doing with these things of tenders, because they're taking people back. People are not businessmen, they're tenderpreneurs who are corrupt. So the country is really on its knees because of these same people. And a lot should be done about it. but it's upon the people of South Africa on how they react. Of course, now we have the commission that might be taken to the president, the recommendation to say we think this must be done. Do we have full confidence that the man will be doing the same thing that they are saying he must do? If we do have it, we must also consider the fact that we've had a lot of commissions in the past. We cannot keep on crying about the things that are happening in this country. General Mkhwanazi became a brave man and gave everything on a silver platter. We must not let that go away. We must keep talking about it. We must keep bringing it up so that eventually these people will resign and end in jail. The same disbelief I've just heard with this guy called Brigadier Mua, I think we must have the same disbelief with the rest of them. And it mustn't just be disbelief. This guy must be compelled to resign. He's very useless to that institution. He says, I was called Clanky. Maybe they understood what is going to happen in the near future, because he's going to do clanky mistakes that will in turn lead to people dying and others being protected, as we are hearing at the commission that these people are working together. It is upon the people of South Africa to stand up and fight for what General Mkhwanazi exposed. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel, and please subscribe to the channel, click like, and if you can, become a member at just R5.99. Until next time, cheers.